Good morning and welcome to my channel. This is the talking version of my updated Sakura Cherry Blossoms junk journal. I have added some rubber stamping to the journal and redone the recording because my first effort a couple of weeks ago just refused to upload to YouTube. So here we go again. This is my inspiration piece. When I saw this charm, I knew I just had to figure out how to do an Asian fusion oriental themed journal because it was so beautiful and feminine and I just loved it. What I've got here is a soft cover done in some beautiful, very pale pink Dupioni silk, and it's got all the raw edges to it. Sewed onto Craft Tex, layered up with my cover frame with some floral fabric, some vintage lace, and then the image that I chose, and some more lace, which is just a very elaborate gold piece. This gold frog closure is just faux. I'm not using it obviously because we've got the silk ties here. And the charm. Some big fancy red, pink, and pearl beads, and vintage buttons down the spine, and this removable tassel loaded with some big heavy beads, which I love. Gorgeous. Red, gold, and pink, pretty much the theme here. And then just some other laces. Put that aside. So let's open it up and check it out. If you've already watched my first version, the ASMR version, I do thank you for watching, and this is pretty much a repeat, but I thought I would share it with you anyhow. I used many digital kits, which I have shared in the explanation of the first video. And if I don't include them in the description below, just refer back to the other video. In this pocket, we have some beautiful, elaborate gold lace trim and a sweet little, it's actually probably a seashell, but I thought it could pass for a fan with some bling and a pearl on it. I also taught myself how to do some Japanese binding after watching a fabulous video on YouTube. And then I purchased the dies so that I could make beautiful page edges going forward. Sewed it with gold string and some pretty little red beads. I also included a chipboard writing page because it is a pretty thick journal. What is unique about this special journal is the cherry blossoms. I die cut quite a few out and put them on all the tabs, and then added a pink sequin to give them some sparkle. The inside of the cover is lined with some artisan paper that I got by the large sheet, and just sewed it all in one piece because it is flexible and soft. It's not going to crack and peel the way normal paper does. At least it shouldn't. And then just, of course, double stitched around all the edges. So let's start going. Got some silk pockets. And an envelope here, just with some writing paper inside, stamped with some cherry blossoms. I really do love the stamps. I think they add so much. And they were worth the investment. Even though it was difficult to add them later, it was very difficult. It took me a long time, which I've done before, but it's not ideal, but it can be done. Cherry blossoms. Lots and lots of space for writing. Some stenciling, stamping. The geisha girls are just beautiful. for the tag toppers, I also, instead of using any ties or ribbons at all, I just used a die cut cherry blossom and put the pink sequin on it. Cherry blossoms are the national flower of Japan, and they herald the end of winter and the start of spring, which we are well into. A new beginning. I also chose to use a lot of the images as belly bands rather than pockets on the bottom, which there are some, but just a different approach. A lot of very large journaling cards, which can be used as photo mats or large journaling spots. Beautiful image of the kingfisher. Some more artisan paper, flip out, and you can put a photo or a poem or whatever you'd like in here. I left it open for that. Another flip out. Some paper edging here. The paper punch. Lantern and an umbrella stamp there. Beautiful dragon, symbol of the crane. Center of the first signature. Some beautiful stamping. Some braided trim added. And a close-up of the beads. Double belly band here. You could add something if you like. Beautiful image of the cranes. And some cherry blossom stamping and stenciling. Cherry blossom branch stamp there. Some braided trims. This is just a paper trim from one of the kits. Fans even have the cherry blossom image on there. This is a tuck. There's a flip out with some bamboo stalks. Either side of the artisan paper. And I used some packaging from Brighton that I got a couple years ago. I knew I had to use it. Sakura means cherry blossom in Japanese, and it also means celebration. Some die cuts. And a flip out here with a sunset of a bamboo tree. All of the tags are stitched onto the back of either granite paper or pink parchment paper. Some little tiny tags here. Image of a Japanese lady and an umbrella. Another writing board, only it's just cardstock. And this is a flip up featuring this beautiful stamped image. Lots of writing space. Silk pocket with some stitched tags of cherry blossoms. End of the first signature onto the second. Here's this frame again with die cuts. Beautiful silk pocket. It's actually the reverse side because I like those colors. Some braided trim in the fuchsia color. journaling card. Another very large journaling card. Behind the belly band. The trick is getting a snug fit, but not too snug so you can get them back in there easily. Another side pocket with this lovely braided trim. Coordinates with this image. Of course, you can always write over the top of any stamped images, or you could just write around them. Sweet birds and the cherry blossoms. Belly tuck spot. Beautiful Japanese woman. Another flip out and a pocket. I made booklets out of a lot of these images from Artie Mae's, her add-on Asian Fusion kit, rather than have them as journaling cards or postcards. There's a beautiful flip out. Some tiny tags. Center of the second signature, some tags. One features birds. And a lily pad, cherry blossom branch there. Same beads. This is a fold over done inside a belly band. Flip out. And some of the artisan paper. Beautiful image of the crane again. This is a double tag that I made into a side flip. So there's plenty of journal space here. Another silk pocket that I edged with the braided trim and this cherry blossom ribbon, satin ribbon. It's Project Life index card, which I love using. This is an envelope, some more writing paper inside. Belly band with another booklet. Flip up. And I was able to find some Japanese children's music. Not in Japanese, but it is from a Japanese children's songbook that I tucked inside. Journaling card, the pink parchment paper here. Beautiful stamps. So glad I got them. I know I will use them some more. And just a single tag used as a flip out. Washi tape and stamping. Beautiful braided trim with the red dragons on it. And the third signature. Small booklet. I absolutely love this imagery. So beautiful. A flip out. Some cherry blossom branches. And another very large journaling card or photo mat. Silk pocket. I turned the silk the other direction because it really showed off the colors a lot more vibrantly. And I love this image, and it was very long for the page, so I just folded it over. This tag has a tuck there. Or journaling card, I should say. More artisan paper. This is another side tuck. Small journaling card. I'm going to use the tickets as a side pocket, side tuck. Cherry blossom branches. And this is a fold over. I think it's meant to be that way. I just stamped some lily pads on there. Get a lot more writing space if you do the long version, I think. Another flip out. Center of the third signature. Some lovely journaling cards with the braided trim and the sequin cherry blossom. I did use identical pockets there because that's just fine. And more beads. Just a long tag. Flip out, another double flip out. And a two-sided journaling card in there. Some more tiny booklets. Instead of making them into tags, just made them into little booklets. That's the only image of koi that I have in this entire journal. Don't know why. And the birdies. But there weren't very many out there that I could see. And another little blossom booklet. Flip out here. That beautiful image. Lots of room for writing. And a long tag. A little birdie belly band. And a journaling card with a lantern. This is a pocket. The traditional image. Another silk pocket in the pink and the red. Lantern used as a tuck spot. Some little tiny tags. And a very large journaling card with cherry blossoms stamped and stenciled on there. And a flip out. A couple more tags. Beautiful silk pocket. And that's the end of my logo, Vintage Elegance Inspiration. And here's a view of the raw silk, Dupioni silk. Just gorgeous. I'm going to share also the paper pads that I used for this project. I used the Die Cuts with a View Far East stack and Stamperia, however you say it, Oriental Garden. Beautiful. And the stamped images that I was able to find on some on eBay and some on Amazon. These were unmounted, so I had to cut them apart. And they are just stunning. I hope you enjoyed looking at them. So this is the one whole set. And then these two little ones you probably can't see very well on this background. But what I do with my stamps when I get a new set is stamp them all out so that I can look clearly at what I've got to work with the whole time I'm making the journal. That's the one set. And this is, if I were to get just one again, I might get that one, but you know, fairly inexpensive, just clear cling stamps. And then this was a smaller set of silicone stamps. And that's it. Thank you for watching.